Observable fact. People can be very arrogant. Dreamers will always dream, no matter the cost, whether it be at the expense of your own life or your relationships with the people that you hold dear to. Dreams can always and will always corrupt people. To quote Natasha, "The poetic heart is not to be trusted. It is fickle and will lead you astray. It will tell you that all you need is love and dreams. It will say nothing about food and water and shelter and money. It will tell you that this person, the one in front of you, the one who caught your eye for whatever reason, is the one. And he is, and she is, the one for right now, until his heart or her heart decides on someone else or something else. The poetic heart is not to be trusted with long-term decision-making. It lives only for the moment, at the expense of the future. People that dream are naive. They rely on luck to survive. But does this make them invalid? Observable fact. Skeptics believe they are superior to dreamers. To quote Natasha, "No one wants to believe that life is random. My dad says he doesn't know where my cynicism comes from. But I'm not a cynic. I'm a realist. It's better to see life as it is, not as you wish it to be. Things don't happen for a reason. They just happen." Skeptics follow logic and science. They believe that there is a scientific reason for everything. To quote Natasha again, "Human beings are not reasonable creatures. Instead of being ruled by logic, we are ruled by emotions. The world would be a happier place if the opposite were true." Skeptics are ruled by facts and logic. They don't believe in hope. Dreams and emotions are too unreliable to be acted upon. Skeptics assume that all dreamers are reckless, as Natasha states. Do you know how many people want to be actors or writers or rock stars? A lot. 99% of them don't make it. 0.9% of them, those left, will barely make any money doing it. Only the last 0.1% make it big. Everybody else just wastes their lives trying to be them. But are skeptics actually superior to dreamers? There's a quote from G.K. Chesterton that says, "It is an act of faith to assert that our thoughts have any relation to reality at all. If you are merely a skeptic, you must sooner or later ask yourself the question, why should anything go right? Even observation and deduction. Why should good logic be as misleading as bad logic? They are both movements in the brain of an ape. Overanalyzing and examining every part of your life and choosing the safest choices may seem logical. However, all it does is make you second-guess yourself and overthink your decisions instead of just enjoying life. So why are some people skeptics and others are dreamers? Observable fact. All people are preconditioned to become who they are. Let's take Natasha an example. Growing up, her dad was a dreamer. He moved to New York City and become an actor. But unfortunately, he never ended up making it. Natasha, who watched her dad slowly depreciate with failure after failure after failure, until he finally broke down and ended up getting charged with a DUI. This led to Natasha becoming a skeptic, as she saw the dark side of being a dreamer and not accomplishing your goals. Daniel, on the other hand, was raised in a sheltered family. His parents ran a business that was predetermined to becoming successful due to certain stereotypes that are indefinitely explained in the book. His older brother even went to Harvard to become a doctor, and Daniel's parents want him to follow his brother's footsteps. Having grown up in a family that always chooses the safest options, and being forced to become a doctor when he has no passion in doing so, it's no wonder why he became a dreamer. So what now? If being a dreamer is too risky, and being a skeptic is dull and lifeless, what should you be? There are positives and negatives to both. However, instead of choosing, why not be both? A dreamer with a healthy amount of skepticism. To quote Daniel, "We have big, beautiful brains. We invent things that fly. Fly! We write poetry. You probably hate poetry, but it's hard to argue with. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate in terms of sheer beauty. We are capable of big lives, a big history. Why settle? Why choose the practical thing, the mundane thing? We are born to dream and make the things we dream about."